All right, we're back. Or a witness. So, we finished up this light and shadow puzzle. Finished that. We finished up the tower panel puzzle over there. Finished that up. Don't know what that other one did. If it just reinforced the beam, or is there another way, a second way to get that beam? Not entirely sure, but we did it. So now we're up to at least, what, 5 beams? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I feel like there's 6. There might be one I'm missing up there. So I think, well, all right. That secondary beam is 6. I don't know if we needed both of them or not, but we're getting there. But now we are back to exploring. So let's see here. I got stuck on this door over here. This one irritated me because I'm giving it exactly what it asks for, so I don't know what I'm missing in this particular situation. Because this, in theory, is both the L and the P, and it's it. It's it. It's it. Why is it not it? So I'm missing something there. Because I know we've done other things where you're allowed to combine the two. But here it's just like, nah. You're not gonna do that. Sitting here thinking, it's like, alright, maybe the fact that there's a different panel on the back has something to do with it. But this one we did just our normal separate the colors, and that worked fine. There was no difference between the left and the right. So nothing that's shadow based, but something related to the shadow puzzles over there. I only thought it was maybe there's something to do with the backing, but we'll go look around at some other stuff and see if we find anything new that might give us some knowledge. And I can see already that's an endpoint to an environmental thing, which looks like it's probably starting there and then going up through this and up to that. So that'd be something we view from above somehow. Exactly sure how to see that one, but I'm not too entirely worried about the environmental puzzles. I think those are going to be a bonus thing, or this super secret ending. We might get to those at some other point. Oh damn it, there's another laser here, so I need to get in here somehow. Let's go around the other side. Maybe there's a different way in. Maybe this is just a back door. Feels like it'd be another start of an environmental thing. Cloud-based, maybe. It's taunting me. Let's go around this way. Let's see what we can find. Yeah, so there's these. Let's actually go down here and see what we can find. As far as to solve that, we need to open up these two, so we need to figure out where these wires head to. That one goes down that way over to that little boat shed. Let's go take a look at it and see what we can see. Yeah. One goes into this building and the other goes into that building. Is there another way down there? Might be able to go through this building. And then we won't need that shortcut door. It's down there. Oop, there is definitely something. Get that from a different angle. Keep saying I'm not too worried about the environmental puzzles, but then I'm like, oh, there's one right there. Need to get higher up somehow. Oh, there it goes. Like, I don't think there's a way I can get higher. I think I need to get up on top of that for that. Let's see here. No, there's definitely going to be one over there. You follow the shadow up into that right there. It's going to be a solution. Need to get over there, probably. 'Cause I didn't see it from over there. We'll see. We'll see. Keep exploring. See the country. Anything of note? Shadow looking puzzle. Oh, to lower that panel somehow, or just get a line that has it closed. Nope, nope. All right, it just does that. Let me go across that. Oh, I see what I'm going to have to do. I think this elevator is going to have to lower, and that elevator is going to provide a shadow that goes across there. Yep. This is going to have to get powered somehow. Probably provide some sort of shadow. Which way is the sun going? Oh, no, actually, no, maybe not. Because the sun is facing this way. Some sort of cart. Yep, there's going to be a cart that goes across, maybe? No, that track is covered. That thing? That doesn't seem like something that'll move. Alright. We'll figure it out. Maybe this turns and a cart shows up that we can go down that way. Either way, I need to actually look for things that I can activate. Let's see, what else do we have? This thing, that looks like a whole bunch of stuff. Interesting. To do with light and shadow again, I'm guessing. reflection. Saw a brief reflection. Yeah. Okay. To deal with the sun. Is there another? Must be another. Oh, yeah. So there's different exit points on each one. So since the shadow didn't go down to here, I mean, the exit point is going to either be there or there. I don't know if this is something that will show it or not. But I'm going to assume it does. Okay, it does not. Just going to have to guess. That feels bad if we're going to have to make a 50-50 guess. I feel like puzzles should be solvable without guessing. Oh, no, wait, no, there is barely a scratch down there. Okay, just had to line it up. Right. That was on me. Here we go. Right. So now the real question is, does it go all the way around? Or does it cut through the center? Is there a way of telling that? These are also the hex things, so I wonder if those puzzle boxes we've been finding have anything to do with these. So at least it's coming from the bottom. Is there anything showing that side? I don't know why I keep turning my head. It's just like, maybe I'll see something from this angle over here. Maybe. No, that's not how these work. So with that shadow, there is no way to really tell if it's cutting around. Yeah. So then I wonder if those things that we've been finding have anything to do with this. But this one over here is active, so maybe something can change. Like maybe you'll gain a glare on something somewhere. But I don't see any way to get the sun on that one. This will like reflect somehow. Looks like that just looks like another panel. But I don't know, maybe I can reflect the light somehow. Up to get a better angle. This, because there is no other angle. It's being blocked out by a sun, or by that pillar. There's no sign. Nothing signifying that. See different angles. We need to hit the ones that are all lit up and then make it here to the end. Oh, come on. Again, here's me not caring about environmental puzzles. I'm like, haha, let me do it. Here, nope. To completely light that up, yep. Do the same with that over there. An angle. Probably needs to be lit up, right? Yep. There we go. Almost. Almost. Right? Nope, not quite. What else are we working with? Is there an easy way down there? There it might be. Yes, okay. Well, never mind. Guess we need to solve the top part. Top part first. And then that will open up. Yeah, it has to do with that section there. So, aha. There's a turny thing. All right. All right, so that does cut through the center. So it was over and through there. There we go. All right, let's see. We got upper panels now. Straight down. Straight diagonal. Sky. I need to go up the stairs. Maybe. Or further away. Follow a pattern that it goes that way. I want to guess, but I'm going to assume. Sun's right there. Let's get both of those. Like it needs to be like here-ish. Wait, here we go. Yep, alright, it does follow that pattern. Come on. Oh, no, it did not follow the pattern. Starts here and goes around. Turn. Face the light. You know, eventually. It'll get there. It'll get there in its own time. To view it from above as it turns. Like so, but you never know. Do look at it from up here. I can think of is from this angle. This is where the shadow's coming from, so I have to look at it from that. That's the only reason we would be going so slow, so to give you time to get in a position. Can't. Where you at? It'd be right here. There we go. Oh, yep. All right, top right, middle, straight down. All right, I think that opened the bottom door. There we go. Continuing. Right. So turning on lights, probably to add more reflections. These lights. Turned all of them off. right there. All right, yeah, there we go. I got this one. Light. Where's the finish? That's the start. Down to the center for sure. Oh, wait, no. Oh, there's that part there. That part right there is not showing up very well. Shows up a little bit better from this angle. Now the other lights. So it does go around that corner. Ends there. So it goes around this corner. This corner. The 3 lights. I don't know what that down one does. Guess it turns them all off. Start there or just pass through there? Just passes through there. It's there, so definitely goes down this way, up there. Gets through there. Does not touch this corner. It goes around it. Passes through here, so it means it needs to start here. So it goes through here. Doesn't touch this one. It does. So, it does a W shape in this corner and then goes down to the finish, because this is the finish. I think this is the start right here. Feels like it would be something like this, but that's definitely not it. So it has to go down through here. Starts here, goes up this way, Over here, zigzags. There we go. What we got? One underground. Oh joy. Okay. Let's see from here. Is that something I can work with? Okay, so it's another reflection based. Okay, so. Okay, about to say it's like that. Felt like that was it. At least it shows you the fucking outline on the bottom. That would confuse my brain so hard. It's the environmental puzzle. Let's do it. That's not it. Down there somewhere. Ones. Looks like there might be. Alright, anyway, continuing on. Looks to be going down the center, zigzag up and around. That's good to see. Okay. So it starts here and goes to the top. It's the top and goes to the center. Curves around to the bottom. Starts here, goes to the top, goes to the center, curves around to the bottom. Nope. Yeah, so this is reflected up and down. So when this goes down, this goes up. So it should start here. It goes down, goes up. It goes to here to here. Once it gets to the center, it goes up, then down, all the way to the bottom. Yeah, there we go. This is going over. Where is this going? That's splitting off into two. Might. Is that just a reflection? Might just be a reflection. It's a weird reflection, but yeah, okay. It's going, yeah, over that way to that one. Alright, where's this reflection going? Okay, so starting at the top, going around the left side of the bottom, center, zig to the outside. Starting at the top, going around the left side, and then zig to the outside. Bottom, zig to the outside. No? Goes up to the center, down to the outside, up along the outside. Down to the center, up to the outside, down along the outside. Okay, that feels like that's right. Is it reflecting left and right too? I don't think it is. Because it feels like this should be... Did I start in the corner and not the outside? Okay, yeah, I was just starting in the wrong area. Back door open. Going further down is what we're doing. A joy. That dude. Oh, it's changing the water level. Okay. I see how it's going to be. Gonna be like that, isn't it? Alright, so reflections start at the bottom. Go left one. Go straight through. And then go to the top. Go on straight through to the top. Okay. Take a look around, see if there's anything else we could do at this water level. Feel like there's going to be an environmental thing somewhere around here. So that looks like too much of a perfect circle there. A reflection on a certain water level, because it looks like it's going to go through this. I'm going to go straight up and down. So are there only 2 water levels? Looks like it. All right. Starting on the outside. Straight through. That. Got here. That light's gonna have to turn on in order to do that one, I think. might be a timing puzzle. You need to be in the right spot as it goes down, so it makes a circle, and then you're gonna need to like go down through this thing, go down through that, go across, like to here or something. Actually, probably up. And back up to there or something. Some sort of weird timing puzzle. Let's see if we can find a angle for one of these. I guess it's when it hits that spot there. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe I need a different light for that one, different angle. Kinda see from there. So it's going to be top, circle around. We're looking at it from a different angle. We're looking at it from the same angle. So I think it's going to be this one. No. All right, that one. It was one of those angles. Alright, that goes to this little guy. Trying to see through there. It's going to be over here somewhere. Alright. So starting at the bottom, going to the center. Back down, and then up and around to the outside. We do it now because there's water there. Take one more look. So, yeah. We'll start at the bottom, go to the center, go back down, up and around. So top, center, right. Top, center, top, right. Top, center, top, right. Nope, 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 nope. There we go. Top, center. Come on, mouse. Okay. Did I go this way? And the reflection was just screwing with me. Oh wait, no, it was starting top. I was just saying top, but I need to reflect the bottom. Yeah, I'm getting myself all screwed up now at this point. Hey, that light turned on. starting at. Looks to be starting there. Yep. Turned on something over there, I think. That way. Yeah, I think it's down far enough. Can't quite see. Guess it's going to these lights. Guess I could probably do this one. Alright. More water. Where's the reflection I need? It is. Light's not quite hitting it right though. I see it over here. Okay. Alright, so it's finishing here. Center. Up. Center. Go back down. Yep. Okay. So through the center and down here. So starting in the bottom right corner. Up through zig, I think. It has to start here. So up through. This doesn't feel right. There we go. So the end is here. I think it zigged through there. That was where the little lightning shape was. So that's through this. So then straight over. straight line is confusing me because it doesn't seem to go in the right direction. No, it does. Okay. Looks like it's starting from down here, so it probably goes down and then it curves all the way up. So it goes down, all the way up, halfway, over, down, up. Yeah, I think that's it. So over, there, down, over, and then zig. Yeah, nope. There we go. Over here. Let's take one last look at that environmental thing. Now that all the lights are on. I feel like it's going to be like here-ish, so that I can get a view of everything. Alright, it's not there. It's going to be over here-ish. No, maybe not. I feel like it can't be over here because I need to be able to see it go down through there, go around here. Then I need it to go through here. I don't know if that's an exit or if I need it to go around here because this is definitely a finish point right there. This doesn't look like a finish point. I think I need to have it go here, and then once the reflection changes, have it come back down and go up and around through that. I'm going to do this a couple more times before we just move on. Because timing puzzles are just a giant waste of time. I'm going to sit here and wait for the water to change every single time. Waiting for it to at least start registering that it's a trigger. It's definitely not over here because we need this to line up with this. So that means it would need to be like here-ish. So then I could do that and then go straight down. That doesn't want to register. Yeah. Don't worry about it. Moving on. All right, we got more. Let's see here. H plate for the elevator. Feels like an elevator, but it's also more stuff back there. So to do that, you'll be able to see all the way to the corner. Definitely can't do it from this angle. This blocks it off. Dilemma. Let's get back to this one real quick. So goes up, over, down, this way. It's that bottom section. And up through the center. Okay. Got all those. Now we need to still figure out these. We do it from this side. Okay, so outside corner, all the way to the top. Zigzag all the way across. Straight to the center. Okay. Here, over, up, zigzag, up, and in. There we go. What's this one now? Let's see, where is the reflection? To turn it. Alright, so that's just a straight B. Okay. Oh. What happens if we do it from outside? here. Oh, is this another way in here? I don't know what's back there. Oh, hello. Camera, please. Gotta be something. I wonder if there's like some underground tunnels that's connecting like all these different areas of the puzzles and stuff. I'm gonna bring you down. I guess you don't. Guess we run all the way back around is what we do. Huh. Okay. All the way around we go. That's what I get for being curious. Alright. Where did that open up at? Wouldn't think the front because I would break this puzzle. Oh, that thing over there. And that opened up this laser. Nice. Wait, what? I was not facing at the right place. Why is that facing at the wrong area? Where is that going? It's going over... Is there something up there that we need to reflect it? Because that kind of looks like there's a thing there. Well... Okay. Something else we can do with this to like turn it. It doesn't look like it. Let's see. This probably goes up and powers that. That's pipe. All right. Guess we'll have to deal with that at some point. Let's go see what's over here. Like a lot of little things. Might need like a boat or something to really mess with this. Because this feels like a ending point of a environmental puzzle. Sun. Sun. Boat. Yep. It's just to be on a boat out there looking out this way. Yeah. Then this will make a circle and be able to do something with that. All right. I guess at some point we're going to be riding the boat all over the place. See anything else that would be makeable here? There's a door. And I always tell that door, but I'm like, haha. More beach. What's over here? Absolutely nothing. Alright. What does this secret door want? After I check the rest of the beach. Never know. There could be something out here. Like this. These things I still don't exactly know what they're used for. Alright, back to the door. See if we can solve this thing. Alright. Okay, I don't know what those mean. I don't know what those mean at all. I want a full circle? It's like, does it want something like that? But that's not possible. Does it want something like this? It's also not possible because we need to be able to hit every single one of these. So that gets that. No way to get that 3 in this setup. So if I did something like this instead, no, because it wants this shape specifically. We do something kind of like this, but no, that'll block that off. Okay, that seems okay. There's no way to get this 3 in this situation. So I did, no, that's a 4. Did something like this, but that would cut that off. This would cut off the exit. I don't know what that means though, so let's not worry about this yet. there's no point trying to figure out this whole combination if I don't know what that symbol is trying to represent. I could probably figure it out, but I would have to slam my face against that a few times, and that's not, don't worry about that for now. There's other things we could be doing. I don't know if that's just a shortcut between areas, if that's a secret thing. That I do not know. What I do know is I see panels out there. Let's go see what they want me to do. So I've not been out on that little boathouse yet. Okay, so I do remember this. This was before I knew of environmental puzzles, so I feel like that should be something of note. Yep. What angle do you want? In fact, that is a different shape screwing with you, or a different color. There we go. Just needed it to be far enough away. Alright. There's also still stuff in here that I have not figured out yet. Oh yeah, there is a reflector right there. Alright, see, I need to go up there and turn that to reflect that up there. Okay, we'll do that in a sec. The stars I haven't figured out yet. I've not seen stars anywhere else yet, so that one's still confusing to me. That area seems kind of like a central hub of, this is where all of the different things are going to come together. I still don't exactly know what that opened up, if it even opened up anything. This was just say, hey, this is learning puzzles. Welcome to the game. It's like same with these. This just taught you the concept of separating the colors. Alright, let's go in here. We have not been in here yet. Reflection based? Yep. Okay. This is, I guess, where they teach you reflection. Well, I have figured that out already. I feel like that's going to be something of note, but not going to worry about it. Shapes. Weird. What do we got? Oop, yep, nope, that was the door. I was like, oh, there's something. Oh no, that's just the door. So each of these represents a different, like, thickness. Okay, good to know. Anything out there? Pretty sure that is something. That's a start, and then it's gonna follow down around that. I might need to get on the roof or something. This, that's still, okay, I need to be across the way for that one. Alright, what we got? Is this still reflection? Probably. Yep. Oop, there it is. Okay. It's like there's going to be one where there's a different path on the other side. And we got to figure it out. Oh boy. Okay. Out, over, in, up. Yeah, no, it's not going to work. I was like, why is there an extra start over there? But it's just like, yeah, that one's not. Well, actually, it might be possible. Okay, yeah, that one. Oh, no, hold on. Alright, is that just showing you that there are 2 ways to solve that one? There's definitely 2 ways to solve that one. Alright, well, another spot for the boat, but when did I get over there? Does the boat go over there? Guess I should start actually using the boat. Alright. Boat. Come to me. Let's see where this thing can go. Maybe this will take us somewhere that we've never been. Alright. So we have not learned what this does. We've not learned what that does, and we've not learned what that does. So we're there. Will this take us to the inside? Let's find out. Or does that take us to where we currently are? Alright, that might just take us to where we currently are. Just different speeds. Okay, it has different speeds. I guess it stops. Yep, okay. Alright, well, let's go kind of slow so we can kind of look around so we're not missing anything of note. There's probably going to be all sorts of stuff out here. Let's see. Stone person, and we saw the people with the claws earlier in the perspective temple thing. Need to find a way over there. Well, I guess we kind of maybe know the way over there. It's up that way. Yep. Well, let's do... Can't do that from the boat. It's definitely going to be from like right here-ish. Let's go a little faster. I see something I can stop it real quick. Definitely need to with this sun thing. Felt like there's probably something there. The fact that there's 2 routes, but I did not notice anything. Alright, slow down a little bit as we pass the sun. Make sure there's nothing of note with the clouds as we go by. Okay, I slowed down way too much. A little faster, please. Is this going to go far enough out? I mean, it has to. There's no other way to do this particular puzzle. So if we need to go the other way, if we need to go from here to there, follow this light source, that means we're going to need to come back this way, because there is no reverse. Unless I can redo this. Oh, I can redo this. Okay, cool. Well, let's keep going forward. At least start it. Okay, there we go. Alright, so now let's go back here. Start that. Follow the sun. Okay, there we go. Did it. Right, back to where we're going. Right. Anything else we see along the way? At least we know we can turn around if we need to, so it's fine just going super fast. It feels like that's going to be lining up to something, maybe. Is this that dock that we saw earlier? I think so. Ding, ding, ding. Okay, so that goes over there. Okay. Don't, because we were up there earlier. I don't know if there was another way down here. Will that lower, or do I need to open it from the other side? Okay. Looks like I need to open it from the other side. Alright, so I do still need to get into this area. I think there might have been a route over there somewhere. We will continue on, I guess. So this is that... in here is the stuff that I don't know what they're doing yet, so... let's see here. This is that, the hexes. I don't know what that's representing. This was the shadow temple. Starting area. The blocks. This was the mazes. Did that. Let's go see the star area, because I don't know... I still don't know what the stars represent. This is the central area with the windmill that I feel like everything is going to combine into. So let's go around the outside to there and see what we can find. Gotta go fast. That stupid thing that we couldn't figure out because there's that couch right there in the way. Still haven't figured that one out. Is there another way through there? Through the inside of that? Cutting through there? Huh, okay. Ding. This is the forest area. Should let us off, looks like. Maybe. If there's like a bridge that needs to be extended or not. Should be good. Okay. Have I been here? No, I have not. Okay. So I guess this is where we learn about the stars. Take another quick look. There's the mountain temple thingamajig. All our lasers pointed at it. See anything of note? Just take another quick look around. Seems like there is no way here outside the boat. So maybe the boat is required to get here. Unless we came here through the back way. But this looks very simple. No. Okay. So do we need to group all the stars together? The stars want to be grouped together? Pretty sure I tried that before. Let's see. Okay, yeah, that grouped those stars together. Yeah, that separated those stars, so... Okay. So... What is it asking for here? Because that was all the stars together, so... They don't want all to be together. They have to be in twos? Okay, so maybe stars can only at most have two in a cluster. So in that case... There's 2 and 2. All right. There's 2 and 2. 2 and 2. All right. Let's see here. 2, 2 and 2. Alright, guess we learned stars. Let's see here. Split those. Split those. Let's see here. Split those, split those. Split those. Nope. Split those. Okay, there. 2, 2, 2, and 2. Right. 2, 2. 2 and 2. Nope, not quite. 2, 2. 2. 2. Nope, can't do that. Do that. 2, 2. 2 and nope, not quite. Almost. 2. Let's see. How do you do this one in a specific way? There we go. All right, what we got here? Where are we going? There's one there. There's more up this way. This goes up. This goes way up. All right, so we got different color panels and blocks. Note. Let's just do this while we're here. Oh, there's more over this way. In a tree maze. Just do. Oh, timing thing. Okay. Got that. So we got to figure out our path there first. Open it up and then run. Let's see here. Where was that other panel we skipped? All right, let's do this one first. All right, I gotta separate those into 2 and hit those. Oops, I didn't see that over there. Okay. Let's see here. Can't split those. Oh, here we go. Yep, that way. All right. Let's see here. Can't do that. This separates those 2. That separates those 2. Can't do that. There we go. See here. Okay. So we need to split them up. Let's see here. We do something like that. There we go. That won't quite work. We need to separate all of that. Kind of like that. Almost. There we go. Something like that. All right. Let's see here. See anything out that way? If there's ever a point where my shadow is going to have to be a starting point. That'd be very interesting. All right, more of these. All right, so we need to split the two, but also group the two. So it means we also need to split the two. Like that. So it's just an extra step of splitting. But all of the squares don't actually have to be together, so do something like that. I've seen orange blocks before, but I assume it takes the same principle. Let's see here. Need to split those. I also need to split those. I also need to split these. That's where things get tricky. So, keep that to the outside. How do we split? This over and around. Around? Yes, like that. That's not gonna work. So, if I can do that, that splits those, and that splits those. There we go. All right, so it's close. So that splits that. It's not splitting the stars. This is close, but not quite. Almost. This is not getting that last green and those oranges separate. Nope, that's too many stars. It's also too many stars. That looks right. I think that's right. Hey, there we go. All right, let's see. That blocks off those. That doesn't work on this side over here. That combines stars, so it's not good. That combines colors, not good. Colors. There's no way to get rid of green and orange in this case. Which gets force combined here. This blocks off the exit. So we can't have an orange in this section. All right, what happens if we go this way first? This combines that green and orange as well. This combines the stars. What if we did this? Okay, that separates at. But this combines green and orange. We need to cut this area off specifically. Extra star in there. If we do something like that, that combines that green and orange though. All right, which path do we need to go for this? Go out. So we can combine those two stars. That gets the stars, but right here, green and orange are together, so we can't do that. That gets the stars. Now we have no way to separate green and orange again. That separates them, but that does not get the stars. Actually, it doesn't separate them. So, I feel like we need to start this way. Do something kind of weird. I feel like these need to go together just because they're linked. But then I don't have a path here to separate this green and orange. So I did something like this. Yeah, it's not working. That separates everything there. Oh, that's too many stars together. I did something like this. Again, too many stars together. And now I can't separate green and orange. Unless I did... Alright, hold on. This actually feels pretty good. Oh, so very close, though. Separate that. Oh, that green and orange, though. This area. I need some sort of separation along this line. But now I have too many stars grouped together. Because it's impossible to group these two stars together, because that means these will get grouped together as well. So if anything, these can go together, and these can go together. But ideally, it's probably these two, and these two. If that's the case... I can't go this way because... if I go this way, I have no top separation. Oh, well, now I do. Now I have too many stars. This way for bottom separation. And now I have to go this way for the side separation. Maybe... yeah, not quite. This blocks off the exit. Loop around like that. That's combining those two. It's not going to work. It's too many stars. That's too many stars. I need something like this. But then I need a separation from the left stars and the right stars. So I need separation from left and right stars. That means I need to do something up this way. Like that? No, not quite. Can go that far over because then there's no separation there. Close. Now I can't separate these green and orange. This one's being very troublesome. Right, maybe I need to go up this way. I feel like these need to be together somehow. But now I have no way of separating green and orange. These little blockades are really screwing with me. I feel like there's not very many paths I can take that would work. I feel like there's any paths I can take that would work. Oh, that's so close, so close, so close. Is there something I can change here? Because I need to go down this way to separate the left and right. But then that one little block right there gets merged in. And I can't separate that because of that. If that wasn't there, I would be good. Can't go this way because then that blocks out the exit. I can squeeze in one more star up top. So if I squeeze this in, that's too many stars. Wait, is that it? No, because this here combines the green and orange. Damn it. Yeah, hitting this corner here blocks off any chance of separating those. Because I can't go up through here to block that off. So going here, we'll combine it. Going here combines that one. Going here gets rid of the stars, or the colors, but now combines the stars. So I'd have to go this way to separate the stars. But now that breaks off any chance of separation of the colors. I feel like this way is not possible. I need to start over here somewhere. So if I did something this, that won't work because that doesn't separate those. What if I did something like this? Again, that doesn't separate. That doesn't separate. Okay, that's a good... Nope, that's not a good start because now I have a separation here. I feel like that's not a valid start. Okay, wait. Yes, yes, yes. That actually looks right. Okay, geez, that took way too long. Trying to loop this, splitting those up is what. And I was right. These two and these two should have gone together. So I knew I should have stuck with that thought process early on. Is make sure those two somehow get together. And then I had to split out everything along the way. Okay, we did it. All right. We got more of these. Let's see here. Okay. Starting off easy. Starting off easy. All these are the same so far. Why is there one star? Okay, maybe I don't know how stars work. Maybe this needs to be by itself? No. The stars always had to be in pairs. Maybe it needs to be with its color. What do you want? What does a single star want? Not happy with that. Like an invisible star somewhere that I'm not aware of? No. Okay. And I don't understand the rule of stars. Does the color mean anything? I don't think so. Unless it's to be paired with a same color. Do that. Okay, so yes, it wants to be paired with one of the same color. Okay, so in that case, to cut off one of these and split those like that. No, those still combined with those. Shit. Like that. There we go. Okay, okay, okay. They should have did this one before this one. That would understand the concept better. Okay, so yeah, I already knew that. The colors don't matter for stars. I mean, kind of don't matter. Okay, so just separate this one. I need this area to be connected. But also separate. This splits left and right. This splits the top and bottom. How is that even doable? Just like that. So remember, stars need to be split. Groups of 2. No. Okay. Let's see here. Splitting or putting black and white together. So we need to come at it from here to there. So I need to come at it either from the top or from the right. So that means it should go this way. Yeah, so okay, because it's the same color, it's just counting as multiples. So So for me to cut this off, it's too many stars. That's good on stars. All right. For these to be separate, that means we need to curve at it around this way. So we need to hit this point, because if we go here, we'd have to somehow come back around and then up and through, which is not possible, because in order to hit this point, we'd have to come from this direction. So here is required. So in order to do that, we would need to come around here. There are 3 stars, so that means we need to combine one of these with that. So it means we need to go to here, curve that around, and separate them. Yep. So this one's going to be similar. So there's 4 stars. We need to separate those 4 stars. That means we need to come around this way, but then we also need to come over and around there. So something like that. Nope, nope, too many stars together. Too many stars together. Too many stars together. The stars all need to go together. So How do we do that? Because we need to separate, we need separation here and here for sure. But then to separate this area, we also need separation there. So we need to go around here, and no, we need to go from here all the way around. So that means we also need a separation here-ish. So if we do the outside stars together, kind of like that. Oh, there's too many stars there. Thought I had it. That feels right. There we go. All right, more up. Hey, another one of these. Let's see here. We're only touching one side. Well, we'll figure out what those do eventually. There's probably some like central terminal that's keeping track of all these. Where are we at? All right, this is where the laser's at. All right, so we found our way here. So I'm guessing there's probably like a door-ish. Yeah, this door here. So this is a timing thing. We need to get to here. Over there-ish. It goes up here. Yeah. I'll keep track of which colors we go across as well, as we might need that. Right, pinkish purple. That closed way too fast. Is there a faster way to get over here? There's another path over there. Down and around. We definitely did not have enough time for that. What are we missing? Something over there. Note. Person like starting fire, it looks like. Yeah, because the leaves kind of represent fire. Which is neat, because if you look at it from over here, it looks like just a tree. Alright, let's see. What am I missing? Can I activate that from a distance? Doesn't look like it because it's facing the wrong way. There are more stuff over there, so maybe there's another path. There's like a more direct path. Yeah, because there's more over this way, more over that way. That's where I'm trying to get to over there. Yeah. I was like, wait, it says the same right. Oops. 2 stars, 2 stars. Yep. Combine the inner stars. Combine inner stars. Let's see here. Too many stars. That's blocking off the bottom one. Too many. Cutting off the top one. It's cutting off that. No, the bottom orange one is good actually. No. Clump this left one with something kind of like that. That's grouping the ones to the right though. So we can't do this because that's grouping the oranges together. But we could do something. That's grouping oranges together. Let's group oranges together. Again, too many oranges are getting together. All right, so this doesn't seem like a valid path. We go this way. Yeah, this is not going to work at all because that puts 3 oranges together no matter where we go. Like this clump is going to be put together. So I'd have to separate that somehow. Feel like we need separation here from the left and the right. Can't go this way at all because then there's no way to separate. So if we go this way, maybe. Yeah, we need to combine those 2 purples somehow. This is putting 3 together no matter what, because now I have no way to combine that lower left one. I feel like I need to separate these somehow, so I need to come at it from a different angle. Because in order to separate those from the rest, I need to come around like that. But then that doesn't separate the center very well. Close, but there's 2 clumps of 3 oranges in the center. I feel like I have to go up the center somehow. Separate those. Separate those. Now I don't have a way to separate these oranges. It's close, but this section here is posing an issue. All right. So if up the center is not going to work, feels like right is the only actual valid option. In order to separate these, I need to go like down the center. It's like some of them I feel like I need to do a side separation, and some I need to do like a full corner separation and a side separation. So this separates those. Does that. Oh, this is actually, is this it? It actually looks good. Haha. Okay. Let's see here. These can technically go together. Yeah. Like that. Oh, what? Where's it? Okay, let's go inside. Alright. It's like some of them just feel easier than others. Oops, I need to not block off the exit, please. Alright, what we got over here? What is this thing? Bridge type thing? Goes to the back area? Seems so. Why are there two going to this? Interesting. There's only one solution to this. Well, I guess now there's two solutions. Aha! Does this go anywhere of note? I don't think so. I think this just goes to the outside of the maze castle. Yeah, it just goes around to the front of it. Does this let me access a different area here? It's like we're on the ground floor. Thing of note. Not seeing anything. So we can make our way back up. This feels like it should be something. I guess we did go in the only entrance. I guess we're supposed to get there by boat because I did not see another way in here. We just opened the back gate. Feels like there has to be other paths to go. Let's see here. But we've been at this second half for 2.5 hours, so I think I might just go ahead and call it there before I go back up there and start roaming around for a different path. So I think I'm going to go ahead and call it there. We will be continuing on this tomorrow. So until next time, remember, always bet the cat, and I'll catch you all later.